Hi, I'm Carol Ann Riddell. Here at CUNY TV, we are all about finding and telling compelling stories from the heart of our community. So when the idea was brought to us to start a journalism project inside a public school, we jumped at the chance. For several months back in 2018, we worked with Mahogany Fox and Manhattan Hunter Science High School, mentoring 4 talented young women and helping them to tell their stories. In these tumultuous times, we've found ourselves thinking about the issues those students raised, never more relevant than they are today. And so recently we decided to bring you, our viewers, this special episode that speaks to so much of what we care about here at CUNY TV. And now we proudly present From My Point of View.
Hi, I'm Isabella.
I'm Genna.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Odeta.
We may be teenagers, but we have opinions and stories to tell.
For several months, we've worked with journalists, editors, and other mentors who've helped us shape the pieces you're about to see.
So we teamed up with CUNY TV to tell these stories, from politics to the more personal.
We hope you'll listen to and learn from what we have to say. Here is From My Point of View.
Hi, I'm Natalia Rizzi, and I have 2 loving, amazing moms. And although they are shaping the person I am becoming, they do not define who I am. So let me take you on a journey through my short, but so far great, life.
When you decided to have me, was there anything you feel you had to think about that, say, a straight family or a quote-unquote normal family would have to?
I think so many things. I think that we didn't have the legal standing that a strict family would have in any way, shape, or form. We couldn't get married. We couldn't have my name on your birth certificate. We couldn't access any equality under the law.
So how do you think, like having me and like while you were deciding to have me, did you have to think about anything like, or any consequences that would affect me while I was growing up?
Many. My family itself. Many of them didn't understand my family, my you. Why was I having you? And where is the dad? Because my family's very traditional in their thinking, many of them. And so that was hard. It was constant explaining, and so it made me think that this is how you're going to have to sort of move through life, explaining your family.
So once you had me and just being activists yourselves and like being very out there in the movements of like just everything MeToo, feminism, everything like that, do you think that there were any key principles that you felt you needed to instill in me, like growing up very young to now?
That there is a lot of love in the world, but there's also a lot of hate, and there's a lot of inequality, and to always strive for equality in all people.
Overall, there is a lot to be said about LGBTQ families. And although their struggles may be different, we should learn to accept them just as we accept other families. My family has made a huge imprint on my life and is still constantly influencing my life. Natalia Rizzi, From My Point of View.
Hi, my name is Isabella Zaldana, and I'm a freshman at Manhattan Hunter Science High School, and I'll be voting in the year 2024. But I don't think my peers will. So that leads to the question, are teens really caring about politics? And if they're not, should they be? So in today's day and age, there have been many rights movements, such as Black Lives Matter, the Women's March, and school walkouts. Many students have been taking their voices and choosing to walk out. And now with everyone being coming of age, everyone will be able to vote. And people have something to say about that.
I was a part of the March 14th walkout.
Yes, I went to the walkout.
Yes, I did walk out.
Yes, I walked out.
Yes, I did walk out.
Yes, I did walk out.
So why did they walk out?
Just walk out on March 14th because the kids who were killed in the shooting were our age, and if we don't stand up for the people who were shot, then no one will.
After the Tide Pod craze, I felt that the youth of today is taken as a joke. And I felt that when I walked out, I'm able to show that I'm not a joke and I have a voice and I'm able to be heard.
I then asked about the importance of voting and will there be voting in the future.
Yes, I will definitely be voting in the year 2024 because I want my voice to be heard and I want to represent people who can't have their voices heard yet, like the youth, which is why we're fighting to have politicians hear our voices now.
I will be voting in the year 2024 because as a teenager living in an age where our voices are always thought to be naive and we don't really know what we're talking about, there are some teenagers out here who feel like they want a voice in politics. So I feel like it would be a misjustice to my people and to my generation of kids and teenagers to not vote in 2024.
I then spoke to Eric Oss, a global history teacher at Manhattan Hunter Science High School.
Your vote matters. Of course your vote matters, I think. So I would tell that to students now and future students and past students. I think, of course, your vote matters. Voting is like essential, and I think that's the beginning. Other steps, I think that what you see with the young people in Parkland, that you really can do anything. You just have to do it.
Any generation's voice should be heard. Anyone. Doesn't matter your age. Literally, people would die to be in your shoes in some countries. Women before weren't allowed to vote. People of color weren't allowed to vote in some past lives. If you don't think that you should be taking advantage of these privileges, then why not vote? In short, why should I care? Why is this important to me? I'm telling you why. It's because if you want change to happen, it doesn't matter what your belief is. If you want change to happen, then you must vote. Isabella Zaldana, from my point of view.
I'm Genna Zagoren, a junior here at Manhattan Hunter Science High School, and I'm stressed. I'm stressed because I have so much homework, and I want to see if my classmates felt the same way. But first, we are PSEL championship winners, which is a pretty big deal. So, how does a student here juggle the demands of schoolwork and being a championship winner at the same time? I asked 3 athletes from my school to tell me the hard truth about being a student athlete at such a rigorous school. How do you handle basketball and your junior year at the same time?
It's a lot of time management. It gets hard at times where I'm really pressed for time where I might have to do some homework during lunch.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of organization and like Sean said, time management. Because you want to be able to make sure you can get a lot of work done, also a lot of basketball training and practice done.
Does it get stressful?
It really does get stressful at times because like I said, there's been times where like I'm pressed for homework and I have to do homework at lunch and I don't know if I'm gonna get it done. And there's been times where like I've went straight home after practice just to study for a test that I had the next day, and it definitely has taken its toll on me. But it's the price you got paid to be a student athlete.
Yeah, it can be stressful because, especially being at a high academic but also high, level performing basketball team, where they require a lot from our school, from our academics, and also require a lot from our skills in basketball, make sure we're performing on the right level. So it can be very demanding at times, but it's something I really enjoy doing. So I try not to let it stress me out, especially if it's something that I love to do.
How do you guys handle junior year, playing outside of school, and varsity at the same time?
Well, it all comes down to the weekends. It's like throughout the weekday, I focus on the school team and my homework, and then on the weekends, I focus on my outside team and my homework.
I understand that junior year is tough. Can you elaborate on that?
Going from JV last year to playing varsity this year, it takes a lot more time and a lot more effort, and that's what made this year so much harder.
Yeah, it's been a big jump from last year to this year. Not only did our basketball schedule got a lot more rigorous, we played a lot more games this year, especially actually being a good team this year as opposed to last year where we finished last in division.
Even though the boys were really successful, the girls' soccer team made history.
I am Emily Gaffel, a senior at Manhattan Hunter Science High School, studying at Hunter College, and I am a 2-year varsity captain for the MLK team.
How do you juggle Hunter College and soccer at the same time?
It's been a lot of time management, so making sure that I take the morning classes and finishing at an early enough time so I have time to get homework done and go home and relax before I practice in games, and just making sure that if I have free time, that I try and get my homework done early so that I'm not rushing last minute or conflicting between going to a practice or a game versus doing homework.
Does it ever get too hard to handle?
There are definitely times where it's overwhelming and stressful. So there are days where you have to decide, do you go to that practice or you do your homework? And obviously it's student athlete, student comes first, so you have to make sure that your homework is done. And there are days where I go to practice, and after practice late at night, I'm finishing up homework or studying for a test or getting ready for the next day. And just there's late nights and stuff, but if you have your time management down, you're pretty much set.
Genna Zagoren from My Point of View.
Hi, my name is Odeta Zeka, and I'm a junior here at Manhattan Science High School. My school is, in my opinion, very woke, by that meaning very aware of today's problems. But today I wanted to test out how woke they really are about women's issues and the MeToo movement. So I asked them all the same question. What does the MeToo movement mean to you?
To me, what it means is people coming together, women specifically, trying to end something that's been going on.
It's a starting point for a more open discussion about sexual harassment and the treatment of women in general in our society.
All I know about it is that it's women, specifically women in the public eye, who are all choosing to come out now and share their stories for other women about sexual harassment.
I don't know, to be honest.
Progress in society and understanding how we as people can become better.
I have no idea.
Us as a society coming together to put an end to people with power, using overbearing the weak and basically using them.
An important step for society in general to fully accept women for who they are and accept women into an equal footing in society.
Well, now that we know the students' point of view, how about a teacher's? I asked my U.S. history teacher, Tamia Moore, about the Me Too movement, starting off first with asking her for a definition of the Me Too movement.
Me Too meaning this happened to me as well, and ultimately to serve as opening up the conversation about historic patterns of injustice, sexual injustice, that almost every single woman and young girl has gone through. When it first started, the Me Too movement, the first question I had was, why now? Really, the accessibility of media. What you can put out and have it reach the number of people who would be able to hear this message, just understanding the scope of your audience with social media. It's a new form of political organizing, for good or bad. It's astonishing. I think that our community, our society, our government has a responsibility to make this a requirement. I think there needs to be a massive campaign about this. We are a community that supports rape culture. I mean, can you go through a re-education process, I guess? Can you enforce that?
A re-education process is more than possible, and the Me Too movement can be the start of it. Odeta Zeka, from My Point of View.
So check the box, ladies, you've done it. All done, well done, by the way. I'm Denise Harrell, and this is From My Point of View. Actually, I'm the creator of From My Point of View, a series that allows young women the opportunity to have their voices heard, viewpoints valued, and visibility heightened. Now, you guys all signed up during the school year to become part of this program. You didn't have to. You came to the orientation, you auditioned. What drove you? What made you say, I'm going to commit myself to this 8 to 10 week program?
I was there, and there's something where you can voice your opinion, and I'm a very highly opinionated person, and I'm not afraid to speak my mind. And I just went in and was like, okay, whatever happens, it sounds nice.
I was really interested in journalism, and so once you said that this would be a journalism type project, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, I feel like you made it very known that it was going to be something that was important, and it was going to be something that your opinion was going to be publicly broadcasted and shared. And it's such a great platform to get your ideas out there that I was just like, I have to do it.
great, Natalia.
Along with what these girls said, I also wanted to get some experience in video making and video editing, which is something that I'm passionate about.
So you were paired up with a number of mentors, experts in the field of journalism. What's one key thing that they taught you that you weren't aware of that, you know, was needed to create this great project or story? So was it something technical? Maybe it was, oh wow, you didn't know that editing was so important, or the fact that the camera work was going to be as intense as it was.
Well, like every day we use our phones and take pictures, and so I remember when I was recording our first just practice on using the phones, they were telling me, make sure there's headroom, and I was like, okay, because I'm just putting it at the top of the head, and then you're cutting off a lot of valuable space. And once they told me that, now every time I take a picture, I'm like placing it in a certain way that I know that it'll be like perfect.
That's great.
Yeah, I think a lot of it for me was just like self-confidence. Like when you're on camera, like you're you, just be you. Like that's just one of the things that like you see yourself on camera, you're like, oh my God. But like just being you and being able to accept that that's you and you have opinions to share, that was just like great.
Excellent.
And along with those photos, like I learned that lighting is very crucial to making a good photo. It doesn't even matter what device you're using, it's the lighting that makes it perfect. So I learned that. Now my Instagram is thankful for that.
Isabella.
I thought like the sound quality of every like part of the videos were very crucial, and like how to use your space and time manage a little more.
Yeah, time management.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So challenges or surprises. So you got, Isabella, you had a wonderful story about voting. What were you surprised about, or what challenges were brought about when you were interviewing people, or what were some of the things that made you say, wow, I didn't expect that to happen?
I actually auditioned like with kind of like that idea in mind, like me like wanting to talk about voting, and I went on like a tangent for like 10 minutes about like voting and like how I thought like it was so important to me. And afterwards I was like, okay, this is important, and I got it. The hardest part for me was actually finding people who had the same interests and ideas of me.
Right.
But after a while, like seeing like how like patient I was, because I was really like desperate for people. A lot of people were like, oh, like this is actually like really cool, and I would want to like speak up about this as well.
That's great. Genna, are you an athlete?
I do extreme sports like snowboarding and skiing, so it's not normal to a school where I can just go out in the team. It's very limited.
Right, so why did you choose that story? Your story was about athletes and academics. So why was that important for you?
Our school is extremely rigorous, and I know a lot of my friends especially are on our sports team plus sports teams outside of school. And for me, I can't relate to the stress of knowing that I have practice and more practice and homework. Like I can barely handle my homework alone. Like I was thinking, how did my friends do it? I can barely do it myself, and they have 4 blank hours of practice themselves. So I decided like I wanted to get their input. I don't have that kind of day.
Do you think they were excited that you covered that story?
I don't know. I mean, they were very cooperative when I asked them. Some of them I had to ask them more than once because the areas weren't as like permitting for us to film in.
Yeah.
But each time I asked them, or I had to record them or tell them like, okay, please don't move. Like they were very like open, and they were able to answer all their questions and really help out my video.
And Natalia, you had a very interesting story too. What were some of the challenges or surprises?
Yeah,
that were
so I interviewed my moms and absolutely love them, but it's such a different perspective looking at it from their view. Because I'm just like, oh my God, I have 2 moms. What am I gonna do with my life? But it was so planned out, and they wanted to have me in their life so much that I think it just made me really appreciative of the situation, like all the legal difficulties and medical difficulties even that they had to go through. It really changed my view and perspective on them. And is it possible to love your parents more? I love them even more now. So I think that's really great.
Is that what you want people to take away from your story?
Yeah, I mean, I want them to take away that although it may not be traditional, it should be accepted. I think that's a huge thing in the world, that it's not going to be traditional. It's not the traditional way of something, but just accepting it and being able to be like, oh, she has 2 moms. That's fine. Like, that's a huge thing.
So wonderful. Odeta, so are people woke about the Me Too movement or not?
Well, when I was conducting my interviews, I found out that a couple of students didn't really know anything about the Me Too movement, and it was kind of nice that they didn't know, though, because I would be like, watch my video, you know, it explains everything. But also, I was surprised that a lot of people were also like, they knew a lot about it, and they were so passionate about it. Like, you can even see them in their answers. It was like amazing knowing like our school is generally woke. Yeah.
Did you get a sense that the girls versus the boys were more woke? How were the boys' response?
The boys' responses were more short, quick, or I got like 2 I don't knows, and the girls were more like rolling on. They were so passionate about it, and they were just like, I can't believe this is happening in the world. I was like, yes, I know. It's a problem.
So hopefully we'll get to do another series. Would you, first of all, recommend this to any of your friends? And what would you tell them to help them do an even greater job?
I would. Yeah. I would definitely recommend it. Yeah. And I would.
What would you advise them?
I would say that you could take as much as you can from the people around you, like the people that want to mentor you, because this is their job and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you can just learn so much from them, and just have confidence and be yourself. Like, really, what you say reflects who you are. So just don't be afraid to like get passionate and get into it and share your opinions.
And you did, Natalia, you did.
I tell them to pick a topic they're very passionate about, because this is like a place we can express our voices and our opinions. And I feel like, especially when you do something you're passionate about, you're going to be 1,000 times better than when you're doing something just to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Besides picking something that you can personally speak about, besides also the obvious of like time management and just like normal skills that you should have, like I would definitely tell all my friends to do it just because it's such a great experience.
Yeah, great, Genna.
I would say, like, going back to what Natalia was saying, was like to be like yourself and be like comfortable in like your own shoes, because it's like, this is like where it's your voice. Like, you should not like hold back from it and just like really express who you are.
That was wonderful. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm Denise Harrell, and this is From My Point of View.
And we've got some updates for you. Genna is now at Penn State. She tells us she's a double major in documentary film and Spanish and says she's so happy in college. Odeta is attending Macaulay Honors College at Hunter College studying economics. She says one thing she gained from our program that's been very applicable was learning how to be confident enough to put yourself out there. Isabella is now a high school junior. She tells us she hopes to attend Hunter College and become a physical therapist in the future. Natalia is now a senior. She tells us she's working on applying to college. She says though it has been a while since she worked with us here at CUNY TV, she still feels motivated to share her story and hopes that it will move and touch many people.
We loved being part of this student journalism project and hope that you enjoyed seeing the results. Please feel free to send us your feedback and we'll keep you posted on future specials. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Carol Ann Riddell for CUNY TV.